Once upon a time, there was a girl that was born great and kept up with being great her whole life, even though the whole rest of the world wasn't convinced. She knew that she had something. Jacquie Phelan, great racer or greatest racer. Essentially, for nearly 6 years, I won every single race. The National Points Series, there was the Sun Tour Series, National Championships. The bike racing began at age 25. I was pretty damn old. But I'm permanently immature due to a tragic condition I have, Peter Panitis or something, where you just don't want to grow up. It turned into a more and more likely career the more I did it. The general attitude around Marin County was it was all guys that raced. I was high and dry. So they just sort of like, hey, Jacquie, can't you take a hint? This is like a closed ride. And the guys would just ditch me on rides and stuff, so I had to find a new sport where there wasn't quite that who invited you attitude. That was a drag. So mountain biking was going to be my future.
Jacquie was something of a legend. I wrote for City Sports magazine, which covered the sport, and there were stories in City Sports about her.
I was winning all the time and getting very good results, so I was competing quite strenuously with certain guys that really didn't want me to beat them that race. So it was great. I had a lot of unfair advantages. I was riding a bike that was 20 years ahead of its time. It's sort of like my lover. I definitely have slept with it when I'm camping, and it's actually a manifestation of Charlie's handiwork, my husband, who made it this beautiful machine just for me.
Jacquie is a package. You know, she's a one of a kind. And she's really, really good at riding bikes and can kick anyone's butt, even half their age.
Almost every mountain biker I run into, especially women mountain bikers, they seem to know Jacquie or took a class from her once or really developed their enjoyment of mountain biking through her.
She brought the sport into a place where women could actually access it.
So Wombats was this funny name that I made up, Women's Mountain Bike and Tea Society. If you put a bunch of women together and they go out and have a good time on a bike, it's going to be fun and social, because that's what women really like. It's not rigorous, testosterone-rich. I think it's almost a myth that it's a men's sport. I just disagree with their essential belief that it's dangerous, it's not easy, and you have to look a certain way, and you have to dress a certain way, and you have to buy new equipment all the time. That's baloney. Nowadays, it's kind of a challenge, you know, 53-year-old woman trying to convince people that she's so great. But nobody's allowed to say I've retired, because I am not retired. I am, in my own head, a superhero, an action hero for women. Is the world ready for a 53-year-old supermodel? I think so.
She thinks outside the box. She likes the idea of dessert first.
I'm a two-wheeled person in a four-wheel world. You know, on a bike, things are very peaceful. Every hour on the bike is 1 hour spent in perfect balance. That's a very small revolution right there. And that's something I share with everybody that rides. They can tell I love being on my bike. All these things that make this a totally practical personal transportation vehicle, as well as, in my opinion, personal transformation. It turned me from a young, angry young woman to a fairly grounded, pretty content old bat. It is the one thing between me and madness.